Hey, what's up, it's DJ. Today we're going to take a look at all of the mods that were released for FS25 and FS22 today. All platforms got 24 new and 1 update, and PC Mac players got 4 new and 3 updates. Now, all of those are for FS25. If you're on FS22, we do have some PC mods for you, 1 new and 1 update. If you like staying updated with all the latest mods in Farm Sim, get subscribed, and let's go. Starting off with our new ones for all platforms, we have the Fendt 900 Vario series, not to be confused with the Fendt 900 Vario S4 that was released last week. And here we got a couple engine options, including the 296 horsepower version, which will go 40 kilometers, or a bigger one, 415 horsepower, which goes up to 60 kilometers. If you're curious, that's, between 24, I believe, and 37 miles per hour. Pretty sure that's in there. However, it always says 37 for some reason. Wheel brands, we have Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vredestein, and Nokian tires. Yes, we do have a nice big twin wheel setup, and a couple different good things, including these right here. Now, these may look familiar to you. The creator of the mod is Hans. However, it is linking to Schnibble Modding, so it makes me think that they have changed their name. They used to be a big modder in Farming Simulator 22 in previous games. Great to see them back. Design line, we have a toggle for yes and no, which changes our exhaust and the front grid. Cooling box, you've got that as well. If I can spin around here, it's going to be, cooling box is a cooler inside the cab. Of course it is. And then you've got the warning signs on the side, which are EU only. You've also got beacon lights on left, right, or no, left, both, or none. Wow. Roof terminal, we do have a yes or no for that. However, that's inside the cabin. That would also be there. Settings, power in, settings 1, and back in. So you got a couple different sets for there. I've never understood these. They don't do a whole lot, I guess, other than some of the things inside the cabin. As far as the game goes, they do absolutely nothing for you. As our colors, we do have a couple custom colors, which is very nice. Actually, a lot of custom colors. Quite a few like Valtra, but they're calling everything Fendt as well through there. And then we've got rim colors as well, but only a few. If we take it out into the real world, what can we do? Well, we can do a few things. We can open and close our side door. We can also open and close the rear window. That's nice to see. And then the top can open and close too. However, that is it. It does feel good to drive. Looks good inside. Rock and roll, man. Next, we have the Jungheinrich EFG S50 2.4 meters. And I assume they're talking about the 2.4 meters on those pallet forks. Goodness gracious. You should be able to pick up like 3 pallets, something like that. Yeah, ridiculous amount. You do have audio warning for the reverse blue spot. You've got that as well, which is a spotlight on there, and nothing else. And the decals, you've got those on the side if you want it. And then the beacon light, we have a rotate or a blinky, which is very cool. It's nice to have those. Plus, we have options for all the colors if you want to change it up. It is electric, so you're not going to get any engine noise from this. And we have a couple things, of course, up and down. We have forwards and backwards. We also have in and out and side to side. So all the stuff you would expect to see from a forklift in Farm Sim. Next is the Wheelbarrow mod, or Wheelbarrows as it's called. This has 20 horsepower. I find that hard to believe, but it's pretty sweet. I like unrealistic, so let's go. It does have a variable transmission. Not that that should absolutely matter at all. Hey, what kind of transmission that wheelbarrow got? It gets 6 miles an hour, which is a lot more useful. Holds 500 liters, which is nice. You do have a main color, frame, and wheel color for this, so you can choose whatever you like through there. We also have a second version. This is more rounded in a tub form. However, same options here, but it holds 300 instead of 500. If we get ourselves one of these, we can tab to it. It starts in first person. You do have to start the engine, which there is nothing technically with the engine, and it will run. Looking pretty good. Hands hip hop a little bit out of the way, but not too bad. How's it gonna do? Ooh, look at that. Taking some turns, baby. Ooh. That was dangerous. Let's do it again. Yay! Of course, Farming Simulator, it's hard to put things like this in Farm Sim, but it does look very cool, and we can come in and out of it, boom, just like so. One thing that is a little bit creepy, though, there's barely any sound on it. I mean, barely any. Of course, there's a plane flying over, so it will be eerily quiet when you're using your wheelbarrow. Next up is one of my favorite fertilizer spreaders. This is the K-brand Axis 402. Why can I not say the brand's name? Because it sounds like a derogatory term in English, and YouTube demonetizes me. So that's why we say K-brand. You will be very happy to hear that this does solid fertilizer and lime, making it one of the first, if not the first, mods or base game pieces of equipment that will do both in a trailed form. Very cool, very awesome. Holds between 1,400 and 3,200 liters. You got a 42-meter spread at 11 miles an hour, which is great. Extensions go up from 14, 19, 27, and finally 32. Yes, I will be modding one of these for myself. Transport wheels, you can throw those on there if you want to. Anti-mud guards, you've got those as well. And then we have attachments. So yes, oh yeah, it's around here. You got a trailer hitch, which could be on the other side. Cover is a yes or no tab. And then we have main color here. I'm just going to change this up to black, so that's your bottom half. Design color, which I guess will be the top half. And then we have cover color, which of course is your cover color. And that's it. Next is a very cool one. This is the Lizard SSM FFI. This is a planter, so to do all your normal planter crops, which is very nice to also do canola, so that's pretty cool as well. This is a direct drill, so no worries about that. We can hold quite a few different things in here. So 5,450 liters, that is seed and solid fertilizer together. You've also got a 4.5 ton weight, 220 horsepower required, 6.5 meters, and 7 miles an hour. There's wheels all over the place, and there's an attachment in there. We'll get to that. Wheel options from Trelleborg, no, not Trelleborg, Blizzard, Michelin, hey, white walls, nice, Midas, Trelleborg, finally. So those are a little bit out of order. We'll go with Michelin's, and then you've got a rim color, so you can change those up however you like. So there's that. Pretty simple setup overall. But there's also the attachment. Now, this attachment hooks up via 3-point and has a trailer hitch on the back of it. So if we get ourselves one of those, and we get ourselves a tractor that's maybe, I don't know, could pull it, that's good enough. You know, we'll take that. It's good enough. So we've got this. Now, the hitch for that, as you might be able to see, if we can pull up a light here, is very, very close to the rest of the machine, which is why you need that. So let's show you how to run it. Of course, it comes like this, so if you don't need to run anything or use anything like that while I'm crazy, you could just grab it and you could just go. And no one would bother you for it. Detaching is not, while folding is not allowed. What? Wait, do I have to fold this thing up? Hang on a minute. Lift it? Yeah. Okay, so it comes lowered? All right, well, that shouldn't be a thing, but it does come lowered, so I guess there's that. Let's hook up to our attachment here. Let's bring this around, leave it up to me to break it, right? Attach there, and then we select the seeder, and it says to, I'm not actually sure. Of course, we have open the covers, we have, fold seeder. Fold seeder's not, those are not in the right order. Why are they not in the right order? None of this is in the right order. Just gotta throw it in. Nonetheless, it is going to raise up some of the stuff. There we go. Nope. And then it's unfolding itself again. I will say this was pretty neat. Oh, you gotta raise up that. Well, that'll do it. There's a lot of things through this mod specifically. It was really neat back in Farming Simulator 22, but there's a lot of like nitpicky stuff, which is kind of irritating, and I would assume with new players, this is going to be extremely tough to use because things don't happen how you would expect them to. That being said, once you get it, this may be exactly what you're looking for. Next is something super exciting. This, I think, is our first ridge marker mod. I think maybe we've had one or two, but yeah, it's one of the first for sure. Of course, you've got color options on here. 80 horsepower, 1.5 meter working width at 7 miles an hour. It will make 2 ridges, so you could do that. Very neat. Yeah. All right. It's from JMZ as well, of course. Next, you've got the Rolmako U671. It's a disc harrow. It's not our first Rolmako mod from JMZ. However, it is different from the other ones they've done. I think they've got a subsoil and a cultivator. Here you go. Now you've got a disc harrow. Very cool. The figure columns on the back. You've got those if you want them. Otherwise, 120 horsepower, 3 meters, 9 miles an hour. Most of you guys will see the 3 meter meme and keep going. Not 3 meters, but 4 is the Rel ONYX 32. There you go. Very, very neat. This is a regular cultivator, 4 meters, 9 miles an hour. Only 110 horsepower is required for this. And again, maybe exactly what you're looking for. Perfect for starter farms. Never mind. Found the 3 meter cultivator. 8 miles an hour on this one, a little slower than usual. 95 horsepower. Something very cool is the Soaring Eagle SA30 drive over conveyor. Super duper cool to see this. Great for the bins that drop at the bottom. Oh, wait, green bin? I don't know. Soaring Eagle from BC Bueller Farms. Super cool to see this. Now, I am not the person to talk to about using augers and stuff like that to fill up grain bins in Farm Sim. It's just not the way that I play. So I'm not extremely familiar with this way of doing it, but nonetheless, you can see we could pull this here with our Kubota or whatever you want else, and then this is how it's going to work. You just drive straight over it or pop it under afterwards, and then you drop down. It'll overload into this, and then up into your bin. Next is a pair of mods. They're kind of different from each other, but still pretty cool and might be extremely useful to you. First one is the Quicke HDV 240. Now, this is just a tipper, nothing too crazy. It's 2.4 meters wide. It holds 2,000 liters of bulk crop. You can do front loader or telehandler setup for this, which makes things nice. But the mod also comes with this. This is the Lizard Adapter, which we'll see 1,000 things called the Lizard Adapter before it's all over with. But this will adapt front loader tools to telehandlers, which is really neat. If you see something like this, you never quite know what it is, go down to the bottom left and look. Usually you've got something here. With this adapter, you can attach front loader implements to telehandlers. So that is very neat. Obviously, the bucket will do either, but some things won't. And maybe you want to use a front loader tool on a telehandler. I like doing that. This will let you do it. Next up, let's move to our placeables, which is where the majority of the mods are again today. Would be nice to see a lot more vehicles. That's what I do in Farm Sim, like you guys. Anyway, buying station, Multifruit. This is what I'm totally cool with, man. This is from Olmatana, and you can buy your stuff from here. As you can see, we have 4 different styles of buildings, and they all do something a little bit different. So let's jump in and take a look. Top category, over to containers, and we're going to start right here. So we have the buying station, Multifruit. So we could buy all of the stuff that is listed right through here. And if we leave our mouse on there, or cursor, if we stay here long enough, it will show you everything that you can buy. Basically, it's kind of all the stuff. There's a couple productions in here too, which is really nice. As you can see, it's just rolling through and starting to slow down a bit. And there you go. So you can buy all of your goodies. Then we have a cheap version. We also have the larger version here and another cheap version there. And the same thing here. And same thing there. And then lastly, we've got some smaller versions. All of these cost $2,000, so heads up through there. Not really too anything wild and crazy. And what I'd like to do is see the difference between regular and cheap. And to do that, simply all you got to do is have a couple of these down. You get the section for buying up here at the top right hand corner. We can see with barley, to sell it will make about $1,100. To buy it, it's going to cost you $1,400. So you never make money if you sell back and forth. However, buying station cheap, $704. So you can make some money there. It's a cheap way. If you're using something like this, you're probably not worried about money anyway. It just makes things easy for you. So I'm down with that. Super awesome there to see. Next up, we have the wind turbine pack. So very, very neat. They say changes to big wind turbine. They've improved textures and added lights. So there you go. There is that. These are, well, if I can show you, this is the one that we get in the base game. Not so manly with it, but these are the other ones, 1.5, 1.2, and 900,000. If we take a look at these, we'll make about $120,000 per month, meaning that it'll take us somewhere around 11 and a half months to make back on pretty much all of these. So there's that, no biggie, nothing wild and crazy. Next we have Cowbarn Big with Lizard Mixfeeder, which is very neat. So you've got your, if we open this bad boy up, there you go. We've got through here all the normal stuff. At the very bottom, you can see 500 animals, 500 cattle. No custom pins for this, so heads up through there. 150 liters of food, 45,000 liters of straw. Did I say 150 liters? 150,000. 150,000 liters of slurry as well. 49 for hay, 115 for silage, 49 for straw, and 49 for mineral feed. So with that, let's poke around the back and take a look. That's where you're going to get your slurry right there. Let's open this up. Ba-boom, ba-boom. This is just kind of at the other end, the other side. That's where you buy your tool. And around towards the back, maybe it's the back corner. Yeah, it's right back here. There you go. There is your Mixfeeder. So you've got everything that you need right through there. I'm not quite sure where the mineral feed goes. I'm assuming over here. Yeah, right there. There it is. Everything goes in. Feed your cows for you. You don't have to worry about it. Next up, we have a new silo from Missy B. This is the Rudolf Hoermann silo. There's quite a few things going on with this one, so we'll try and be quick with it. So it's only going to cost you $92,000 for this building, which is really nice. Down here in silos, we do have a couple things that we can do with it as far as color options go, and there's silos everywhere. So it has a total capacity of 100,000 liters. There's also another capacity of 60,000 liters, and we have used none of it. So there is that. Let's see if we can get some of these opened up. So as you can see right here, we got a little bit of clipping going through there. Not quite sure what's in here, so we'll kind of poke around and take a look. Looks like it is just going to be regular silo set. So let's go through, open all of the, well, that was the door, never mind. And it doesn't look like that door opens at all. So into the belly of the beast we go. So this one we actually have to open from the inside. Kind of annoying, but the other ones are a little bit different. So it is what it is. Not as much cohesiveness. You will have to back in here. You're not going to be pulling through or anything like that. Be aware of that. Once you have dropped whatever you need to, come all the way over here. There it is. Yep. And get what you need out. It also looks like you're going to have some more dumping areas here and over here. Maybe for pallets? I would assume for pallets. Yeah, storage is empty. Real quick, just kind of going back on a few of the things I've said. I'm not quite sure what's up, but at the very bottom, you could see the total capacity of 100,000 and 60,000 there. Online, they say 800,000 of each grain, which would be a capacity somewhere around like 15 million or something like that. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. Next, we've got the warehouse small. This one's a little bit easier to manage. It will hold 1,000 pallets or bales, which is very, very nice. As far as I can tell, it doesn't look like we're able to get in anywhere, and I don't have the mod where I can get under the map anymore, so I can't see in it. So it's really just an exterior thing. You can put solar panels on the top, which is nice, but that's about it. Next, we have the garage 18x7. This one's pretty nice. Boom! I love that the doors are like, zoom. Hey! All right, so they all open to the left, and whatever door you want to control, you go in front of that bay. We also have one over here. Boop! Looking good, man. Looking good. All right. Cool. Next is the Awning Tubers. This is from MA7 Studio. Awning for storing your potatoes or other tubers. Tubbers? I don't know, man. I don't quite know how you would store your potatoes in here, and they didn't show it off either. I would assume you just kind of dump them on the ground in there. May utilize this a little bit. This also may be something that they don't use here in the States too much, and maybe that's why I don't quite understand the use for it. Nonetheless, still works great for semi-trucks and larger machines, things like that. It'll be great for it. Next is our Polish wooden shed, $2,500, and this bad boy can be yours. Nothing too wild and crazy. I will say the wood textures look fantastic, so hey, if you want something that's done really well, get this one. Next up is our floor plane weighing station. Now, this is one we've talked about in Farm Sim News before. How much do I weigh? If only that was true. This is a working weighing station, so you'll be just fine with it. And there's even some options. You can find this in Tools. If we go in here and go into Options, you can actually set it up with or without those concrete bollards and the cones. So if you prefer to have it one way or the other, you can do it. The next one's called the Water Distributor, and this is actually extremely useful, especially for you guys that have things that need water, like greenhouses, stuff like that, and maybe things in the future. So 500,000 in, 500,000 out, which is very nice. Now, it doesn't cost you anything, so just the cost of this itself, which is $5,000. What this will do is you could put water in it, and then it would distribute to anywhere you need it to go. Also, this can enable watering because it's a watering. So if you're on PC and you have the enable watering mod, this would also, you could just refill this, which I think will cost you a little bit of money, but that's not too bad. Pretty cool. Again, put water in and then it will distribute water around. Being a production chain, you can send it anywhere that needs water. One of our last new ones for all platforms is going to be the Placeable Signs. And these can be useful if you're doing multiplayer, well, especially if you're doing multiplayer. So these can be found here in the fourth setup and then others. You've got one that is crops, you've got one that's productions, and then one that's materials or stuff. So like in here, for example, if you select it, select it this way, there we go. And then customize it, now we can make it whatever we want. You've got bells in there, trees, different products, crops, stuff like that. Anything that is that, of course. Then, of course, we have all of your production chains. If we go in here, we can customize those to be any type of production thing at all. And then lastly, we have here, which is going to give you all of your different, I would say pieces of equipment, but they're not. They're specific things. So you're not going to see like 2 mowers in here, for example. You're not going to see 2 different telehandlers, 2 different combine harvesters. It's, hey, where do the weeders go? Over there? Awesome, thanks. And you just put them there. It doesn't look like you can make these any larger, zoom in and out, that kind of thing, but hey, at least we've got them. Next to last is the diesel tank pack. These are available in a few different setups. Kind of looks like they was just stretched and everything. Doesn't look like they're the same size. I mean, they're not supposed to be the same size, to be fair. So you've got 3,500, 5,000, and then we've got a 7,500 liter bit here for diesel. There's also a PC version of this as well today. Lastly, for all platforms, you got the Placeable Snowmen from Top Ace 8884 Placeable Snowmen. These are customized each, so you'll start off with a small one, and then you can choose the one that you want through there. Looks very good. Very cool. Your one update today for all platforms is going to be the Refillable IBC Tank version 101 hotfix. Enable the ability to sell the IBC pallet, which is now also visible in the vehicle menu. Next, let's talk about new ones for PC and something epic. It's called player movement, and I'm doing it right now. If we jump in, let's go to settings. Let's go to general settings, and above the lumberjack settings, which PC players probably have installed, we've got some stuff. And I've actually been showing this the whole video on 100% default settings. You've got walking multiplier, which could be increased all the way up to 300% if you want, though I haven't felt like I needed that. Running multiplier, at 100% it actually feels like it goes faster than normal. And then a jump multiplier. Yes, you can crank that up. You've also got show the debug. They say show the current speed in F1 menu and write debug information to the log file. I don't know what that means. That's over my head. So we're not gonna, I don't know. Sure, we'll show it. So let's jump. Yay! Hey! Yay! Why do I feel like that is not 300%? That's about 3,000,000%. I'm Superman! Yeah! Hey! DjGoHam's having way too much fun. Let's see. All right, and jump. Oh, I'm gonna clear the building. Yes. Yay! That is way too much fun. All right. So here is walking, which is at 100%. Here is running, and then I'm gonna let go of both now, and it stops. It doesn't keep going and fly through. It just stops. So you can actually set this, and if you've got a controller like I do, the more that you squeeze that right trigger to run, the faster it runs. So you can actually set your own multiplier as you're running. That is epic. And so is this. If you need me, I'm gonna be on another level. Let's go. Yay! And here's the thing as well. If anyone was curious, yep, it works for swimming too. I'm a speedy boy. Let's go. Can I zoom out when we're in the water? I can, but only that far. There you go. So this is normal right here, of course. And then this is speedy boy. It doesn't look like I had a Monster Energy for breakfast. That looks like I had a monster for breakfast. Like an actual scary monster. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love it. That's fantastic. I am Digging it. And then you can just jump out. I'm having way too much fun with this mod. This is great. Loki 79 for the win. I'm going to jump over this person. They don't even know what just happened. Next new one for PC and Mac players is the Field Repair Pickup. This is pretty standard, and I guess you could probably figure out what it is up to. It is field service, so it will, well, it's based off of the 2017 pickup, first off. 4,000-liter diesel tank on board for refueling, and the field's available. Also, repairs are charged by money, is what is written in the thing. It just repairs, you know, it does what it does. Now, refueling with the vehicle close on the right-hand side, so right over on there. And they also say that repair with the vehicle open at the rear, choice colors, chassis, etc., etc. So let's take a look at it. All of our standard stuff, 3,000 horsepower. No, 300 horsepower. Goodness, 300 horsepower. I'm so excited about jumping. What do you want from me? Manual transmission, 120 liters of fuel, 74 mile per hour. Max speed holds 4,000 liters of fuel. There you go. Now, wheels set up. I was about to say wheel speed. What a day, man. I just got excited about jumping. We do have a couple different beacon options to choose from, which is nice. We do have the little clear ones. Perfect. And then we have a main color set here, which will change to red. We have a design color change to pink on the very back. And the rims are rims at the end of the day. So those are toothpaste tractor. If we poke around and take a look, of course, you can see on our left-hand side, we've got filling up, and on the right-hand side, we've got setting up. So let's go in here to the unknown. Let's set for diesel. There we go. I see they did not set it up for not, hang on. There's no way it actually weighs something. 4,000 liter of diesel is extremely heavy, so this should flip pretty easily. You know what? It manages it. All right. Hey, GG, man. GG. So now we can see 4,000 liters of fuel on the left, and then our box here on the right-hand side. That's where you're going to pull your vehicle. And then when you're ready to do this, refueling goes away, and you saw some more things that pop up there. Those are where you work on your vehicle. So left side, right side, etc. And then you've got your trigger. I like using that mode to kind of show me where things are, where triggers are. Makes it a whole lot easier. We've also got the Akpil Multipiel, which is a ridger. We'll make 2 ridges, same thing as the all-platform mod that we got earlier. And lastly, we have the Swimmer Tank Pack, which is kind of like the fuel pack that we got for all platforms today. However, it is branded, but you still have all 3 setups, and you can also go in here and refuel. At least I thought I could. No? Maybe? I don't actually know what's going on. There we go. It'll let me do it there. Is it at the front? Okay. So don't go to the trigger. Go to the front. Jumping over to updates for PC and Mac players, we got PowerTools. Talked about this in Farm Sim News, but we'll go over quickly. It's version 102. Hotfix, prevent nil errors in the log for farmland when playing to dedicated servers. Also hotfix, the PowerTools menu should no longer open instead of the refill option on certain vehicles like balers. Paint and Terraform Anywhere version 1002. Fix restricted zone being back after patch. And time-saving stock checks. Going to be version 1001. Fixed main screen table size. Jumping over to FS22, and we've got one new and one update. Your new one is for FS22 PC players, the HTA 250. Now, I'm not quite sure why this is a Lizard brand. If it's going to be on PC, just make it what it is. 240 horsepower as opposed to the 250 up top, although we can go up to 265 if you want to, which is kind of nice. We also have wheel brands from Michelin, Trelleborg, and those are it. You can change them up, which is pretty nice, and we got some neat stuff in there too. Protection, we have with or without protection along towards the sides. We also have an air conditioning unit on the top, yes or no there. Headlights, yes or no. Otherwise, you've just got these 2 small lights in the front. Not that matters with Farm Sim anyway. Inscriptions, we do have those as well, so we do have the model number on the side. Section selection hydraulics, rather. We've got those on the back. You got a tow bar or a 3-point. And then we have color options. You've got your main color. There's your color palette. Ooh, red. Let's go. We've also got rim colors as well, with pretty much everything that you need. And as I mentioned, we do have one update for PC and Mac players in FS22. This is going to be the map Górki version 1.1. The barriers that were causing the error have been removed, and general improvements of small bugs. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you are new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check that notification bell as well. That way you never miss videos like this one. If you're looking for Farm Sim news, we got that out already. And I got a Let's Play seeding oats over grass on Riverbend Springs. Think you'll like it. All being said, hey, have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.